Leonardo DiCaprio is a name that resonates with excellence in Hollywood. In this video, we will take you on a journey through the remarkable evolution of one of the finest actors of our time, from his humble beginnings to the iconic roles that have cemented his legacy. Leonardo DiCaprio's journey began in 1991 when he starred in Critters 3. It wasn't a grand entrance, but a humble start, reflecting the struggles he faced on his path to stardom. Critters 3 is a science fiction horror comedy film. The budget for Critters 3 was relatively modest, estimated to be around $4 million. It didn't perform as well as its predecessors at the box office. Its total worldwide box office earnings were around $13.4 million. Poison Ivy is a 1992 American thriller film. The movie revolves around a seductive and manipulative young woman named Ivy.
It's nice and cool in here. I missed my ride. Think you could take me to Olympic and Fairfax?
Hop on!
Leonardo DiCaprio is just an extra in this erotic thriller. The early 1990s was a popular time for erotic thrillers, but Poison Ivy totally missed the mark, and it didn't help that it wasted DiCaprio's acting talent. The Poison Ivy budget was relatively low, estimated to be around $3 million. The film grossed approximately $1.8 million at the domestic box office. While it did not perform exceptionally well in theaters, it gained some cult status over the years due to its provocative and controversial content. This Boy's Life is a 1993 film that tells the story of Tobias Wolff as he grows up with his abusive stepfather in the 1950s. Robert De Niro, the director of this film, handpicked DiCaprio, who had only acted in 2 feature films at the time, out of 400 potential actors to play Wolff as a child. Unsurprisingly, De Niro had incredible foresight, as DiCaprio gave a raw and convincing performance as Wolff. The 1993 movie started one of the greatest actor-director relationships of this generation. The budget for This Boy's Life was approximately $10 million. The film had a limited release in April 1993 before expanding to a wider audience. It was not a massive box office success, but it did earn some revenue. It grossed roughly $4 to $5 million in the United States during its theatrical run. Meanwhile, in the same year, Leonardo DiCaprio took on the role of Arnie Grape in the film What's Eating Gilbert Grape. The plot centers around Gilbert Grape, who resides in a small town and is responsible for the care of his mentally challenged younger brother, Arnie, as well as his overweight mother, Bonnie.
You have
My son! Give me my son!
Gilbert struggles with the responsibilities placed upon him and his desire to break free from his stagnant life. Leonardo DiCaprio played the part of Arnie Grape so well that when he showed up for the film's premiere, many people were shocked and astonished to learn that the young actor was not actually mentally disabled. It was made on an estimated budget of around $10 million, and in terms of box office earnings, the film had a modest box office performance, earning approximately $11 million worldwide. While not a blockbuster, it managed to cover its production costs and turn a decent profit. In the 1995 film The Basketball Diaries, Leonardo DiCaprio played the role of Jim Carroll. The movie is a drama based on the autobiographical book of the same name by Jim Carroll, depicting his life as a high school basketball star whose life takes a dark turn into heroin addiction, crime, and despair. This gritty film also showcases compelling performances from emerging talents Mark Wahlberg and Juliette Lewis. The Basketball Diaries tries to warn people about the dangers of certain behaviors, but it doesn't do much more than glorify or show off those behaviors instead of discouraging them. Nonetheless, DiCaprio's acting prowess shines brightly in this film, eclipsing his co-stars.
I can't. Mom, give me some fucking money, please!
The budget for The Basketball Diaries was approximately $3.5 million. The film grossed approximately $2.4 million at the domestic box office in the United States. Despite not being a huge commercial success, the film gained recognition for its performances, particularly by Leonardo DiCaprio, and has since developed a cult following. In the movie The Quick and the Dead, Leonardo DiCaprio played the role of the Kid.
Everyone calls me the Kid. Congratulations.
The film, released in 1995, is a Western directed by Sam Raimi and also stars Sharon Stone and Gene Hackman. Leonardo DiCaprio's character, the Kid, is a young and cocky gunslinger who participates in a dueling competition in the town of Redemption. Leonardo DiCaprio gave an exceptional audition, moving Sharon Stone with his emotional performance. However, the movie studio, TriStar Pictures, had doubts about hiring him because he wasn't very famous in Hollywood, despite his Oscar nomination for What's Eating Gilbert Grape. When Stone insisted on casting DiCaprio, the studio told her to pay DiCaprio from her own salary, and she agreed to do so. Its total worldwide box office earnings earned approximately $47 million. It was made on an estimated budget of $35 million. While it didn't achieve blockbuster status, it did manage to recoup its production costs. Released in the same year, Total Eclipse is an essential LGBT+ movie that follows the tumultuous love affair between 19th-century French poets Paul Verlaine, played by David Thewlis, and Arthur Rimbaud, played by DiCaprio. Verlaine was older than the innovative and rambunctious teenager Rimbaud when they first met, and the period biopic depicts how challenging it was for gay men in the 1800s. Though the 1995 movie was met with negative critical reception, the film showcases DiCaprio's profound ability to immerse himself in the characters he portrays. The budget for Total Eclipse was approximately $12 million. The film didn't perform well at the box office. It had a limited release and grossed around $340,000 in the United States. This movie, released in 1996, called Romeo and Juliet, was a unique twist on the classic story, set in today's America but still using Shakespeare's words. It turned DiCaprio into a heartthrob and showcased his talent alongside Claire Danes as they played the doomed lovers whose fate was sealed by their first kiss. The film had an estimated budget of approximately $14.5 million. It performed well at the box office, grossing over $147 million worldwide during its theatrical run. It was considered a commercial success and received positive reviews for its modern interpretation of the classic Shakespearean tale. Released in the same year, Marvin's Room is a family drama where two sisters, Bessie and Lee, reunite because one needs a bone marrow transplant. Leonardo DiCaprio plays Hank, Lee's mentally ill son, who is in a mental institution after setting a house on fire. While the film features an impressive cast, it can be overly dramatic at times. Nevertheless, it marked one of DiCaprio's early performances, showing he could hold his own alongside Hollywood's top talents. The budget for Marvin's Room was approximately $23 million. The movie was not a success in terms of revenue. It grossed around $12.8 million in the United States and Canada. DiCaprio managed to move from independent dramas to big-budget epics in a short span of time, but how big of a movie Titanic turned out to be was so unexpected. Tons of much better-known actors during that time were considered for the Titanic role, from Billy Crudup to Tom Cruise to Jeremy Sisto, but it was the lesser-known Leonardo DiCaprio who helped steer the movie to become the highest-grossing movie of all time for 12 years.
So you want to go to a real party?
The film had a substantial budget of approximately $200 million, making it one of the most expensive films ever made. At the time, Titanic was a massive success at the box office, becoming the highest-grossing film of its time. It earned over $2 billion worldwide during its initial theatrical run. It held this record until it was surpassed by James Cameron's later film, Avatar, in 2009. Released on year 1998, The Man in the Iron Mask is a story that revolves around a plot to replace the ruthless king with his kind-hearted twin. DiCaprio's dual performance highlighted his acting talent. It had a budget estimated to be around $35 million to $45 million. The film performed reasonably well at the box office. It grossed approximately $182 million worldwide, making it a commercial success. Released in the same year, Celebrity, Leonardo DiCaprio played Brandon Darrow, a young and handsome actor symbolizing celebrity culture and fame's challenges. Directed by Woody Allen, it explores celebrity life and links Brandon's story with others. It also shows how a divorced couple, Lee and Robin, experiences life changes, one facing failure and the other finding happiness. It had a budget estimated to be around $12 million. It grossed approximately $6 million. It failed to meet financial expectations. The Beach is a 2000 adventure drama film. Leonardo DiCaprio plays the lead role of Richard, an American traveler who discovers a hidden paradise in Thailand. The story revolves around his adventures and the darker aspects of the secluded beach community he becomes a part of.
Everyone has to see what it takes to get our little paradise a secret.
With a budget of $50 million and a worldwide box office gross of $145 million, this film took audiences on a commercial roller coaster. Premiered in 2001, Don's Plum is a drama comedy starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire, where DiCaprio's character is one of a group of friends who gather at a diner to discuss various topics and engage in conversations over the course of one evening. Don's Plum generated some controversy, as DiCaprio and Maguire did not want the film to be released in the United States due to creative differences and contractual issues. Some sources suggest that it was made for approximately $200,000 to $300,000. Because of these legal restrictions, Don's Plum did not generate box office earnings in the traditional sense. Released on the year 2002, Catch Me If You Can, Leonardo DiCaprio played the role of Frank Abagnale Jr., the main character in the film, and is a real-life con artist who poses as various professionals, including a doctor, lawyer, and airline pilot, while forging checks and eluding the FBI.
You have to trust me on this. These people have been embarrassed, Frank. They're angry.
The film had an estimated budget of around $52 million. Catch Me If You Can was a commercial success. It grossed approximately $352 million worldwide at the box office. In the movie Gangs of New York, Leonardo DiCaprio played the role of Amsterdam Valen. Amsterdam Valen is the main protagonist of the film, seeking revenge against Bill the Butcher for the death of his father. The movie was released in 2002. DiCaprio's performance in the film was well received by both critics and audiences. The film had a substantial budget estimated at around $97 million. Gangs of New York performed moderately well at the box office. It grossed approximately $193 million worldwide. Released on year 2005, in the movie The Aviator, Leonardo DiCaprio played the role of Howard Hughes. Howard Hughes was a real-life American business magnate, aviator, and filmmaker. The film portrays Hughes' life, including his accomplishments as an aviation pioneer and his struggles with mental health issues. DiCaprio's performance in the movie received critical acclaim and earned him several award nominations, including an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor. The film soared to financial heights, grossing $214 million on a budget of $110 million and receiving a slew of accolades. In The Departed, Leonardo DiCaprio played the role of Billy Costigan. Billy is an undercover police officer who infiltrates a criminal organization to gather information and bring down the mob boss Frank Costello. DiCaprio's character is central to the film's plot as he navigates the dangerous world of organized crime while trying to maintain his cover and uncover the identity of the mole within the police force. The estimated budget for The Departed was around $90 million. The film performed very well at the box office. It grossed over $290 million worldwide during its theatrical run, making it a commercial success. The movie Blood Diamond is a 2006 political war thriller film. Leonardo DiCaprio played the role of Danny Archer, a mercenary and diamond smuggler. He forms an unlikely alliance with a fisherman named Solomon Vandy, played by Jimin Hunsu, as they embark on a perilous journey to recover a rare pink diamond and expose the brutal diamond trade in war-torn Sierra Leone. The Blood Diamond budget was estimated to be around $100 million. The film grossed approximately $171 million worldwide at the box office. It performed decently at the box office. Body of Lies is a 2008 American spy action thriller film. Leonardo DiCaprio played the role of Roger Ferris, a CIA operative who is tasked with tracking down a terrorist leader in the Middle East. The film explores the complexities and moral dilemmas of modern espionage, including the use of technology and deception. The budget for Body of Lies was estimated to be around $70 million. The movie Body of Lies grossed approximately $115 million worldwide at the box office. While it was not a blockbuster, it managed to cover its production costs and generate a reasonable profit. Revolutionary Road is a 2008 film based on the 1961 novel of the same name by Richard Yates. The movie is a drama set in the 1950s and revolves around the lives of a young couple, Frank and April Wheeler, played by Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet. They struggle with the constraints of suburban life and their own unfulfilled aspirations.
Fuck you, April! Fuck you!
The film had a production budget estimated to be around $35 to $40 million. Revolutionary Road earned approximately $75.2 million worldwide at the box office. While it didn't reach blockbuster status, it was considered a moderate success both critically and financially. Shutter Island is a psychological thriller film. Leonardo DiCaprio played the role of Teddy Daniels, a U.S. Marshal sent to investigate the disappearance of a patient from a mental institution on Shutter Island. Teddy Daniels is the main protagonist of the film, and the story revolves around his character as he delves deeper into the mysteries of the island and his own past.
Gotta get off this rock, Chuck. Get back to the mainland, whatever the hell's going on here, it's bad.
The budget for Shutter Island was approximately $80 million. Shutter Island performed well at the box office. It grossed over $294 million worldwide during its theatrical run. The film's success was attributed to its suspenseful storytelling, strong performances, and the reputation of director Martin Scorsese. Inception is a 2010 science fiction film directed by Christopher Nolan. Inception follows the story of Dom Cobb, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, a skilled thief who specializes in entering people's dreams to steal their deepest secrets. However, he is given a unique task. Instead of stealing an idea, he must plant one into the mind of a wealthy businessman, Robert Fisher, Jr., played by Cillian Murphy. To accomplish this, Cobb assembles a team of specialists and ventures into a complex dream-within-a-dream heist. The film explores themes of reality, memory, and the power of the human mind. The budget for Inception was estimated to be around $160 million. Inception was a major success at the box office. It grossed over $829 million worldwide during its theatrical run, making it one of the highest-grossing films of 2010. J. Edgar is a biographical drama film directed by Clint Eastwood and released in 2011. Leonardo DiCaprio played the role of John Edgar Hoover, who was the first director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, in the United States. DiCaprio portrayed Hoover, the powerful and controversial figure who led the FBI for nearly 5 decades. The estimated budget for the movie was around $35 million. It grossed approximately $85 million worldwide during its theatrical run. While it didn't become a massive blockbuster, it performed reasonably well both critically and commercially. In the movie Django Unchained, released on year 2012, DiCaprio played the role of Calvin Candie. Calvin Candie is the primary antagonist of the film, portraying a wealthy and ruthless plantation owner in the American South during the pre-Civil War era. His character is known for being a cruel and sadistic slave owner who owns the Candyland plantation, where much of the movie's action takes place. Leonardo DiCaprio's performance as Calvin Candie earned him critical acclaim and several award nominations. The budget for Django Unchained was approximately $100 million. Django Unchained performed well at the box office. It grossed over $425 million worldwide, making it one of the most successful films in terms of box office revenue. It also received critical acclaim and several awards, including 2 Academy Awards for Best Original Screenplay for Quentin Tarantino and Best Supporting Actor for Christoph Waltz. In the 2013 movie adaptation of The Great Gatsby, Leonardo DiCaprio played the role of Jay Gatsby. Jay Gatsby is the central character in F. Scott Fitzgerald's classic novel and film, a mysterious and wealthy man who throws extravagant parties in the hopes of rekindling a romance with his former lover, Daisy Buchanan, played by Carey Mulligan. DiCaprio's portrayal of Gatsby received critical acclaim and was a key part of the film's success. The 2013 adaptation of The Great Gatsby had a budget estimated to be around $105 million. It performed well at the box office. It grossed approximately $353 million worldwide, making it a commercial success. The Wolf of Wall Street is a 2013 biographical black comedy film directed by Martin Scorsese, starring Leonardo DiCaprio as Jordan Belfort. Jordan Belfort is the main character and the film's protagonist. He portrays a real-life stockbroker who engaged in fraudulent activities and excessive wealth accumulation during the 1990s. DiCaprio's performance in this role earned him critical acclaim and several award nominations, including an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor.
Sell me this pen.
The film had an estimated budget of around $100 million. The Wolf of Wall Street was a commercial success. It grossed over $392 million worldwide at the box office, making it one of Martin Scorsese's highest-grossing films. It was also well-received critically and received several award nominations, including 5 Academy Award nominations. The Revenant is a 2015 American survival drama film directed by Alejandro Gonzalez. In the movie, Leonardo DiCaprio played the role of Hugh Glass. Hugh Glass is the main character and protagonist of the film, a frontiersman and fur trapper who embarks on a perilous journey of survival and revenge after being mauled by a bear and left for dead by his hunting team. Leonardo DiCaprio's performance in this role earned him the Academy Award for Best Actor in 2016. The production budget for The Revenant was approximately $135 million. The Revenant was a critical and commercial success. It grossed over $532 million worldwide during its theatrical run. Leonardo DiCaprio's performance earned him his first Academy Award for Best Actor, and the film also won 3 other Oscars, including Best Director for Alejandro González Iñárritu and Best Cinematography for Emmanuel Lubezki. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is a 2019 film written and directed by Quentin Tarantino. Leonardo DiCaprio played the role of Rick Dalton. Rick Dalton is a fading Hollywood actor struggling to maintain his career in the changing landscape of the entertainment industry during the late 1960s. The film also stars Brad Pitt and Margot Robbie and is known for its depiction of the Hollywood film industry during that era. The estimated budget for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was around $90 million. The film performed well at the box office, grossing over $374 million worldwide. It was considered a commercial success and one of Tarantino's most successful films in terms of box office earnings. Don't Look Up is a satirical science fiction comedy film. It was released in December 2021. In the movie Don't Look Up, Leonardo DiCaprio played the role of Dr. Randall Mindy, an astronomer who discovers a comet on a collision course with Earth and tries to warn the world about the impending catastrophe. The budget for Don't Look Up is reported to be around $75 to $80 million, which is a substantial budget for a comedy film. It was released on Netflix, so it did not have a traditional box office release. Netflix typically does not disclose detailed viewership or earnings figures for its content. Killers of the Flower Moon is a movie directed by Martin Scorsese, based on the non-fiction book of the same name by David Gran. Leonardo DiCaprio plays the role of Ernest Burkhart. It tells the story of a series of murders of wealthy Osage Native Americans in the 1920s, a case that became known as the Osage Indian Murder Investigation. DiCaprio's character, Ernest Burkhart, is a key figure in the story and plays a significant role in the events surrounding the murders. The film's budget ballooned to a staggering $200 million, making it reportedly the largest expenditure ever for a movie shot in Oklahoma. While I'm creating this video, the film has not been released yet. If you're watching this video after the film's release, I'd love to hear how much it made at the box office. Please leave a comment below and share the movie's earnings with us. As we bid adieu to this chapter of Leonardo DiCaprio's remarkable journey, remember, you're not just a viewer, you're joining an exclusive community of true Hollywood enthusiasts. Hit that subscribe button right now, and together, we'll continue to celebrate the iconic careers of these legendary stars, ensuring you never miss the next Hollywood legend in our exclusive, star-studded content. Thank you for joining me on this cinematic journey. Until next time, goodbye, and may peace be with you.